dash, 100 yard, dash, 100 yard, dash, 100 yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns.
Come on, fellas.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First down, New England.
Mike, 44. Watch the back. Kill. We're going to 54. Out. Check it out, read. Check nickel. Check. Check out route. Hop. Joker.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Check 99.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And an alley to run. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Here we go. 480. Let's go, D. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 13. Here we go. Go to 54. 180. Sweat. Just, hey. 44.
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Kill. 47. Here we go, 46. Switch. Check safety. Switch. Then we're going to 53. 26.
On second down, here's Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right down the middle. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Let's get off the field. Topper! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Mayfield now. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. You go tight. You got tight. I got it.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, orbit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right?
Absolutely.
You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't.
Alert, 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 alert.
Switch.
Blue draw Corker.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Real. Hey, team 6.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Tackles.
Hey, switch gears.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Hurry, hurry!
Check.
Up.
Mike 5'9". Man, I got you. Tighten up. Tight dog.
Hurry!
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? They run for it with Hunt. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
180! King!
Slam!
Hurry! Hey! Wahoo!
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back! Watch out!
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mike 20.
Let's go. We're going to 52.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's complete to Smith. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Watch out. Sponge. No.
And he's got Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the 1st down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. Looking to throw. Prescott. Complete. Smith has it. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Watch the safety creep. We're going to 53.
On first down, it's Smith. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check 24, check 24. Check. Shoot. Check. We're going to 54. Why in?
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
We're going to 47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Point it right. Hey, check.
Check the backer.
Check. Lucky. Point it right. Watch out.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Go.
Check, 59. All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Check 43.
49. Check 49. Watch out.
Mayfield. Flush to his right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. And it's the Chiefs that have grabbed the early lead over the Chargers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Hey, alert! Hey, Mike 7.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First down, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25. Wide, get wide. Shit. Kill. Check. Watch twist.
Now Ito Smith. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is taken near the 13. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Delta.
Mike's 5-4.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Right there.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, Echo.
25 to Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Real.
59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check. 59.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Mayfield rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 4.
Hey, check 24.
Watch the twist.
We're going to 54. Why?
Try to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
44, Mike, 44. Here it comes.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Prescott, this complete to Lockett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Check 99. Go. Get out there.
They'll run for it here with Smith. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. 6-6. Pull it high. Check 13.
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
36. Check three.
Hey, bravo. King.
To throw, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Break it.
180.
54 Mike. Rabbit.
Hurry.
10.
On first down, Hunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Regular.
Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Alert.
Check safety.
They run with Hunt. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Haywood.
54.
Hurry.
Check. Watch 54. I'm coming.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Regular.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off with great anticipation. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 26. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Switch. Say. He's checking.
We're going to 53.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ito Smith, 99 yards. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2.
You got tight right there. Bang. Showing up.
We're going to 54. 26.
They'll run for it with Michelle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Chef.
Tighten up. Tight dog.
Hey, look.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
First down, Patriots.
I got him. Hey, check 24.
We're going to 53. 26.
They keep it with Smith on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. New England on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now with Smith. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2-score. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Run.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Watch out.
This is Hunt. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
180.
Hey, shoot. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Patriots' 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Hey, 133. Hey, Charlie. Hurry.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
That's a what? Check it backer.
Check. Lucky.
It's caught. Block it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
So we got man. Check 50. Check 43. Down to 54. Right here. Gun.
Watch Popo.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop him with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Under.
We got it. Popo to Mike. Mike's Popo.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 26.
They'll run it again with Smith. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 3rd down, Smith, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done. Now part 2.
Regular. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We got to get the bricks on travel.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run again with Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
180. Alert. Regular. Hey, seam 6.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
What can Mayfield do here in the OT? And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Last stop.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Hurry!
Motion.
On the run, this is Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Set, 180!
Mike 54. Stop your whining.
Alert! Watch out!
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Browns send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They begin with a run by Smith, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
There we go. 44.
They gonna need some.
Go. Get out there.
Check.
26.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now, the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Here we go. 480.
Check. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Going to 53.
Check your hot read. Check nickel.
26.
On 3rd down, Smith, and he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Now whistles here, and they might have been a little too fired up to go after the punter. Mark off the 5 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, they'll learn that lesson when they review it, but it didn't cost them.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us, we came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it.